Okay, I realize I already recorded this, but we're gonna come back in and do it again, because I definitely left out some settings. We are using this Utah Raptor. This is Kitten. She's one of my current lone Utah Raptors. She's terrified of everything. It's been kind of fun playing her that way. She is currently being carried out by these other very pretty Utahs, so we might use some of them as good subjects. This is a really good pause point to try it. We've got lots of foliage around. Now, you'll notice that for whatever reason, the sensitivity of moving my camera up and down is being really dumb right now. So that will happen sometimes. I don't know why it happens. Left and right is so good. Up and down gives me issues. It's not that big of a deal, really, because you can still adjust as needed. We're going to get about this far from Kitten. We don't want to be up in her business. A lot of people, when they do this, they will get right up on their critter. You don't have to do that. Stay back. About where this tree is. Now, for one of the first things to cover is that Q&E will tilt your camera. This can be fun. It can be useful for, I don't know, doing like this, doing a fun dynamic shot at the angle she's running at. If you have tilted your camera and you don't want it to be tilted, say you were just trying to move around and you've accidentally tilted it, camera roll is what controls it. So you'll see if I come in here and I move camera roll, it tilts it around. So if you want to take off tilt, just highlight this, type 0, and hit enter. That will remove your tilt. That's messing a lot of people up. I don't mess with anything below zoom, aperture, max aperture, number of diagrams. Those don't do much for me. I don't know if maybe somebody who's more photographically inclined plays with those. What I do, however, is turn zoom up about halfway. So your zoom, your field of view, about halfway up. Notice how zooming gets you closer to your subject with really good detail, as opposed to just, you can get up in there, but you'll see, this will be better. We're gonna go about halfway, right around 50. Doesn't have to be exact. Aberration, I don't touch. It really just adds this glitchy, aberrated effect. It's not that super helpful. Exposure is how you make it look like brighter daylight, darker nighttime. Even though it's daylight, I can make it look like it's night. You don't have to play with exposure. You can turn it up a little bit, I guess, just to bring out the light right now. This will change your time of day, which can also, you'll see because I turned my exposure up a little bit, it looks a little bit brighter. We can bring it back down to make it look a little closer to what it should look like. That already looks a lot better. Depth of field is where you're going to do everything else. Your depth blur radius is going to be how blurry things are. Your distance radius is how far away things are going to be. Your sensor width is overall blurriness, but you're going to have to play with your focal distance first. You'll notice right here, nothing's blurred. If you touch it a little bit, oh no, everything's blurred. That's because we adjusted our field of view. That's fine. We're going to bring it up until our Utah is clear. There you go. Utah is clear. Now you can play with these. You can turn this pretty much all the way down. You pretty much don't have to depth blur distance. Your radius changes how blurry stuff in the far background is. I'll usually leave it about there. I want it to be discernible but blurred. Your sensor width is how blurry in between is. It will also blur other parts of your dyno. See, it's focused back here now, so we can adjust that to be focused on her again by sliding this up and down. And I would already say that's a pretty good photo of her. If I want a closer shot, let's say I want to get in here and really focus on her face, then you just come in and you play with this again. Slide it down. That is actually a wonderful, wonderful photo of Kitten. I'm going to go ahead and actually take that really quick. For Windows, you have print screen to take your photo. I don't know. It's going to really depend on what system you're using. I don't know how console works for screenshots, but it should be pretty similar. So I'll go ahead and bring our menu back up here, and I'm going to see if I can get a good photo of one of these guys back here. Like, he's in a really cool position, kind of in the trees. Moving around with it blurred is a little bit annoying, so if you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and make a note of where this is at. It's at 410. You can turn this off, and it will let you move around and see everyone clearly. You'll notice he's like chunky looking. It's because we've moved further away, so it's not technically within the render zone of her. I have my playback speed all the way down so that I can quickly pause and unpause, or unpause and pause again, and you'll see it fixes the focus. I don't know why there's no plants and stuff rendered back here. I think it was just a bare spot on the ground, legitimately. So let's say if I want to get a photo of him. For whatever reason, looking down is still really buggy for me, but I can get down in here and then gradually work my camera back up. It's fine. Getting good angles is fun. Oh, there's another mellow one back there. I didn't notice. So what we could do here is have some fun. Turn this back up to whatever focuses on him from right here. And then we can play with our time of day again. You'll notice time of day really makes scars pop as well. Right here is cool because it really highlights the other Utah in the back. And that focuses him pretty well. Looks pretty good. You can change your playback speed for a lot of different reasons, and you don't even have to photograph your Utahs up close. You can photograph from back here. Let's say you want to get all three of these guys coming in. I gotta be a little bit careful of the stuff around me. You just gotta slide your slider until they look clear within their surroundings. And you'll see it keeps this tree blurry, keeps the background blurry, but it changes to where your focus is. The sky back here is really clear, despite the tree being blurry. Let me go back down to Kitten, wherever she is. Oh, okay, come on. Did I lose her? I lost her. Oh, there she is. We can have fun peeking through the tree here to see Kitten running away, maybe even the ferns. You could come over here to the side and get a view of her as she comes forward. So I'll unpause it, give it a chance to catch up. Pause it again right here. And now I can come in with ferns in shot and focus on her. And that's another pretty decent shot. And really, that's all there is to it. You're just changing your focal distance. Everything else is about what I have it set up. You can turn them up and down a little bit, play with them. You can change your exposure. It really just depends on what you want to do. You can make it blinding. I would say right about here is where it looks good for this particular situation. I can change the lighting so that it's more splotchy. I really love how that looks actually. The time of day will affect how clear their eyes look as well. Little things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and snag that up Kitten because I really love her. She's so pretty. And I need photos of her anyway. But yeah, that's my explanation for this one. It's a little bit different than it was, but it's definitely still useful. That camera roll is especially gonna get you. It is useful though, like you could tilt to like get up in here and do something different, like right here in her face. Could definitely do it. Go back into our depth of field. Let's see if we can get it to. There you go. That's also really cool. So you can see the tilt is useful. You can definitely use tilt to get a photo that you want. Your biggest things is your zoom being about 50, and then depth blur radius around 50, your sensor width around 140. You can obviously turn this up and down depending on how blurry you want things to be. If you want to be a little bit less blurry, where she's at, a little bit more blurry. 140 is where I liked it for this session. Focal distance is how far away you want to focus. Maybe you want to focus on the plants and not her. Like, I don't know, Jurassic Park vibes or something. I don't know. It's up to you on how you focus it. Once you get used to doing it the same way each time, it'll be easier each time. And then of course I want to go back and set my camera roll to 0. It always shows 0, even if you tilt it with Q&E. Or rather, if you tilt it with Q&E, it's going to say 0 even though you've tilted it. So just type 0 and hit enter again and it fixes it. And yeah, there you go. Have at it.